We're here with Terry Hutchinson, President of Sailing Operations and Skipper at American Magic. A good 5 hours on the water today, lots of action. Can you break it down for us?
It was a good day. We were really interested in the lighter air side of the forecast for today, and so we got out there at 11 a.m. and as Barcelona's been delivering, we straight off on starboard in J1 and the light air setup and it was only like 6.5, 7 knots, and so really trying to figure out all the settings and how the boat's performing downrange and those things. And so in that regard, it was a really good day. And then we expected a little bit of a build that never really materialized. I think we probably midway through the session we put up the J2 in I don't know, whatever those conditions were at the time, and thinking that it was going to build, and the breeze actually backed off. And so it was good to experience the entire side of that whole day.
And can you just describe what objectives you've set? There's a lot of activity on the race course. What were you planning on the track?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying pretty hard to any of the testing that we do. We're trying to do it all inside the boundaries and inside a race course. There's 100 different ways that you can skin the development cat, and yet you have to be able to do it all on a race course. And so, I'm sure there are times that we could do it differently, but I think we're focused on the starting side. We're focusing on racing to the boundaries and getting the boat into mode as quick as possible off the starting line, and seeing how she performs in that setup and environment.
So we witnessed what was perhaps one of the most exciting recon moments yet. A long upwind, downwind, crisscrossing with the Italians. What are your thoughts on that interaction?
I thought it was Doug DeVos, our new helmsman, steering the boat that was the most exciting part of the day. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have the other teams out on the water. Obviously, the Italians are a very well-polished team, and so being in the same general vicinity with them was good. They have a very nice package, and you can see that. They have a great, you can see a lot of positive features inside of their setup, and so working within the boundaries of what we're allowed to do. We had, when the shift was their way, they went quite well, and so I think it's. I think what's exciting to see, as we saw in AC36, is how all the design teams kind of get to a spot where a very complicated boat becomes very close racing.
So you launched Patriot 18 days ago, and you spent 12 days on the water so far.
Yeah.
So over 20 hours of active sailing. How dialed in is the boat?
That's a good question. I think we're, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're about a 65. There's a lot of work to do inside the boat. I mean, the boat gets better every single day, and what you don't see are all the systems and all the functions that take place inside the boat, and then really the operating system of the boat. So there's the human side, and then there's the Megatronic side, and so I truly feel like we're only scratching the surface of it.
Terry, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Jimmy helm. Jimmy, second day of sailing in Barcelona. Can you break down the day for us?
Yeah, it was a great day today. We got a solid, probably 4 or 5 hours, I guess, out there. Bottom end of conditions, 9 to 12 knots. A little bit less seaway than yesterday.
Jimmy, you're finally helming on the new wing. What feedback do you have on that?
Yeah, the new wing felt great. I mean, it was great to have them both paired together for manoeuvres. Just get some time on it. So, yeah, good result from the guys in the shed, just to be able to get out there and put some solid hours on it.
At some point, you had a shorter while matching tags with the Americans. What's your takeaway of that?
I didn't even see the Americans. Were they out there, were they?
I don't know, you tell me. Does the boat feel much different now with the symmetric configuration?
Yeah, it feels a lot different. I mean, there was a big compromise with the manoeuvres when we had the old wing on. And so, yeah, much better now. Now we can really lock in and really work through our playbook.
Where do you place yourself compared to the other teams right now?
Well, I guess probably besides the French, you know, we've really spent the least amount of time on a 75 here. So, yeah, we're just trying to learn the racetrack. But it's good to be based here and now just putting hours in out there. It's a tough track. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the water, you know, which we've got to be really careful of. But a few of the teams told us that before we got here, and there's a lot of activity out there, a lot of boats and guys foiling and supping, so it's quite the activity.
Jimmy, on the LQ12, you try different playbooks. Would you say when you're not helming, you will be only trimming the jib, or are you looking also at main controls?
Yeah, pretty much set up the same, I think, as the majority of the other teams. You know, with the two guys driving and doing a bit of jib trimming, and then, you know, clearly the front guys are dedicated foil flight controllers, and then they do a bit of sail control. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything, except that from the past campaign, Keko and I don't touch the flight control.
And you practice also some starts. How did that go?
It went well. I mean, that's the biggest change for this Cup, is that we have to use the Kiwi race software. So, you know, everyone has to use that One Design software. So it's going to be interesting to see if they modify it as we get closer to the racing.
Thank you, Jimmy, for your time.